Microbiome Unit, Chapter 2, Lesson 2.5, Step 2, the teacher-led discussion. This opens with a projection, so I'm going to go into the lesson brief to remind you where to find those. Mine is found under all projections. Yours will say projections from Lesson 2.5. So we're supposed to review the key concept here. Living things with fewer than normal helpful bacteria in their guts can become infected more easily because there's more food and space available for harmful bacteria. Okay. So we want to be sure that you're aware of this. Then we're going to take a look at transplants from week 7 and 9, get a chance to discuss there with your partner, noticing that there was a treatment that was given between week 7 and 9. So we're seeing a difference in the patient based on the procedure that was given. And then remind you of the senator and the bill. Okay, so this is all about the bill about cutting funding for fecal transplant research. We want to keep that in mind because that is what our argument is going to be focused on. So there are notes about the fecal transplant procedure. The feces contain the microorganisms that live in a person's gut microbiome. You also want to notice that in the actual transplant of fecal material from one person to another happens during a medical procedure overseen and conducted by doctors. So this is a procedure that involves medical professionals. And then in projection 3, microbiome or microorganisms from a healthy person can use the food and space available in the gut of the unhealthy person after they've been transplanted. The healthy microorganisms use the space to grow and reproduce, which helps to restore the quantity and diversity of microorganisms in the gut microbiome. And the growth of helpful bacteria after a fecal transplant can leave less food and space available in the gut for harmful bacteria. This process can cure a person of a harmful bacterial infection. Okay, so here we have the fecal transplant argument. We have the claim. And Mara referred to this claim in her message, which is the message from the Institute, and we'll take a look at that in a second. Sometimes in complex arguments, there are subclaims that support a larger claim. There are subclaims for our fecal transplant claim because there are many different ways that this procedure works to cure a patient with a serious infection. For the Microbiome Research Institute's press release, we'll be creating different, smaller arguments in support of fecal transplants. Each argument will explain one of the different ways that a fecal transplant works to cure people with harmful infections.